Hello there, this is Conspiracy Child, and today we will be discussing the apocalypse. Introduction. Oh, the world was supposed to end so many times by meteorites, global warming, disasters, you name it. To think we have all survived the end so many times is a paradox within itself. Were any of these events accurately predicted by science? Most likely not. Were they designed to cause fear? Perhaps. And most of all, the masses took it all word by word. It is an absolute disgrace how everyone is so easily manipulated these days. No one bothers to truly use critical thinking when their favorite celebrity is going on about the world ending in 12 years. Today, I dissect a few basic ways the world was supposed to end, the science and the truth behind them, my opinion, and finally have you take what you want out of this post. Let's get started and find out if all those crazy preppers are actually paranoid or they think ahead. Preppers. Speaking of preppers, I'm one myself. Yes, I do admit I refer to myself as paranoid. The thing is, the constant stereotype of preppers preparing for some massive event, such as a zombie apocalypse. However, being a prepper actually does pay off in the end. Not only in movies, but if a hurricane hits your neighborhood and the prepper has been storing since they even predicted the hurricane, meaning no looking for scraps at stores, you know who to turn to. There have been more than several times when I have impressed my family and friends with my bizarre prepping habits, whether I used my Christmas gift cards to buy a survival flashlight, or demanded on saving dehydrated food, often with my spare cash. Usually people do flock to them, however. When society realizes that it may actually need to brush up on its survival skills or contracts the disease of paranoia, they always run to the local prepper. All in all, never hurts to be prepared, so why not spend a couple bucks to have a flashlight on hand the next time the power goes out? The legendary zombie apocalypse. We've all heard of it, shown in countless TV shows, movies, and books. The zombie apocalypse has become a staple in pop culture and still lingers as a possible threat to most. Many have dissected the possibility of the zombie apocalypse coming true, such as a specially engineered virus that was made to extend life, or making a connection to the zombie deer disease. Could a zombie disease be genetically engineered for war purposes? Perhaps. The Walking Dead was yet another form of predictive programming shown to us. Many diseases already exist that meet the standards of a real life zombie disease. Maybe one of these diseases would be a starting point for such a disease to be created. This is where the zombie deer disease comes into play. The zombie deer disease, or CWD, has been known to affect several species of deer in up to currently known 24 states. Yes, that's getting rather close to being half of the United States. The disease that attacks the animal's nervous system is evidenced by symptoms such as a vacant stare, drooping head, drooling, and exposed ribs. It is understood to be caused by deformed and misfolded proteins called prions, which attack and affect other proteins. Another symptom includes when a deer becomes severely injured, on the brink of death perhaps, it still staggers to life, pushing itself back to the environment. It was long thought that these particular prions were species specific and pose no risk to humans, but recent research has suggested that they may be capable of adapting and evolving to transmit and infect other species. That is similar to the brain attacking disease in sheep known as scrapie, turned into mad cow disease which infects cattle, which in turn can affect humans who eat the tainted beef. However, experts say this disease could be used to our advantage as the earlier symptom of numbing injuries, a deer returning to the forest despite injury, could be used to aid emergency medical response teams. This is interesting as before I state they will most likely start a disease off and base it off of CWD with a base disease, which in turn would most likely be helping us. This is all just one giant plot from a movie. Perhaps getting that predictive programming shoved down our throats may truly have numbed us to such a ridiculous idea. But nothing's truly impossible in a world where we have no idea what takes place in the Center for Disease Control. War. The political structure of the world, combined with religions being spread and others being forced on people, provides plenty of opportunities for war. War for profit, land, resources, culture. There's always some reason to resort to violence in today's unstable pyramid of governments. Not to mention population control and increasing rise to manipulate through good old-fashioned nationalism. When leaders all over can fire nukes with a push of a button, when they destroy the economy with a single click, War is inevitable. Of course, when many people think of wars that would truly end it all, they think of nuclear war. Nuclear being by far the most dangerous weapon we possess in our arsenal would cause a total wipeout for humanity, leaving behind nasty fallout combined with dense radiation, still lingering along with some variation of mutated animals. There would be no easy way to survive nuclear war. Combine this with the fact of lack of preppers, and you have a guaranteed wipeout. But would nuclear war come to reality? Well, the answer is vague here. War affects people, and like the US targeting Japan in the past, nuclear war or use of the weapon might be the only chance to stop the war. We must use it sparingly. Unfortunately, the leaders in charge don't care about that, but only care about the end goal of depopulation. Sun explosion. What could possibly be worse than nuclear explosions? Lots of things. Black holes, supernova. Huh. Both are on this list. What a coincidence. The explosion of the sun has been a well-touted threat for a long time. There have been several predictions about the sun exploding. 6 billion years, 5 million years, today, tomorrow. The year of 2014 seems to be the year many thought the sun would explode. However, this can be traced back to 1980 as well. Overall, there is 1 in a 36 chance of the sun exploding. Of course, this would also said to be 1 in 14. A lot of sources correct each other and throw people off, which concerns me. I assure you the sun is not to explode for another 5 billion years at least, as many scientists can confirm. Black holes. Very popular along with the zombie apocalypse. Again, the predictive programming often having these effects on people. That combined with CERN creating black holes or quantum collisions on Earth has already sparked a slight wave of panic in many. There's multiple theories regarding black holes, whether they are heading towards Earth or if one would randomly emerge from CERN, the effect would be devastating. With the mass collapsing in on itself, the world and life as we know it would be gone in the blink of an eye. The chances of such a thing happening, however, are very low, and would most likely remain science fiction. Perhaps a freak accident, but honestly, I put this lower than the sun exploding. Perhaps a black hole colliding with our solar system would have more chance than the accident, but overall, the end of the world being caused by such would be extremely low. Aliens. Aliens, yet another legendary situation like the zombie apocalypse and black holes. We have all seen the movies and books of aliens invasions. There has to be life out somewhere, so what's stopping them from taking over? There are several theories regarding UFOs that I have covered in another video of mine on my YouTube channel. Feel free to brush up on your UFO knowledge, then come back here. To those of you who have done that, welcome back. And to those that haven't, congrats. We are both lazy and procrastinators in that sense. If aliens were to take over, would they kill off the entire population and simply drain the planet of resources? Or would they treat us like a conquered tribe or perhaps convert Earth to the stereotype of movies, a human zoo? We would never be sure of the full outcome, which is what makes this theory so interesting. Everyone is allowed their own take on the subject, no matter the level of craziness in it. Does this pose any risk of happening soon? No, but we have been shown severe predictive programming for it, combined with the media forcing it down our throats. So perhaps in the far future, after the sun explodes of course, aliens will discover Earth and ponder what remains of our bleak society. Asteroids. Asteroids is yet another classic. After all, it is what happened to wipe out the dinosaurs, supposedly. Perhaps another mass extinction is on the way. All it would take is one particular large asteroid to jump off course, just a tad, and before you know it, the impact would have already greatly impacted the ecosystem of the planet. But asteroids have countless traits and factors to them. It is highly rare for one to actually survive past our atmosphere, not to mention make an impact. For an asteroid to make an impact, it would have to be one of substantial size and speed. An asteroid striking the Earth and causing doomsday might be more common than the sun exploding or black holes, but it will always be considered a rare event due to the layers of protection that the atmosphere offers us. Looking at the moon as an example, it has no atmosphere, making it very vulnerable to asteroids, unlike us. Many asteroids were supposed to hit Earth, however, none have and wiped us all out. We are not exactly like the dinosaurs of the past, as our atmosphere has grown stronger since then. Global warming. This is an issue that is affecting the planet Earth as we speak. There's no escaping it. And there's plenty of support and research to back it up. But here's the thing. Global warming is real, but in my opinion is not only caused by factories and an increase in CO2, but by weather modification and control. If the weather is so bad and out of hand, then why do they have control of it? Global warming is yet another cash grab for the elites, not to mention the numerous amount of times global warming was supposed to kill us all. There are many articles that compile this along with other movements that are similar, perhaps earning their own post in the future. If you wish to see some of the previous movements and predictions, I will link an article in the description below. Global warming is nothing more than another fear tactic to affect generation after generation with ridiculous assumptions that are being manipulated and controlled behind the scenes. If you're wondering about my weather modification video, I'll have that one up soon. In conclusion, you will never know what is waiting for the destruction of Earth. I only listed a few basic theories and examples today. Hundreds and thousands still wait to be formed about what the truth of the end is. When the end will start, we never know. All we can do is wait and speculate, exchange ideas and communicate to solutions to try and last a little bit longer. The human race should never be underestimated. After all, we made it this far. Comment below with more topic ideas for me to discuss, or message or email me to have an in-depth conversation with me about any other concerns, or if you simply want to chat. There's a lot of hard work and care goes into this. Likes and subscribes let me know I'm doing a good job. Always appreciated greatly. You may not agree with everything 100% from the content I post. Apply critical thinking and to use discernment to come to your own conclusions regarding the content. As always, stay vigilant with your local vigilante, Conspiracy Child.